Our house was hit by COVID in mid-December of last year. My husband had tested positive for COVID, and MacKenna and I went and got tested at the end of the week, and she came back positive. I was negative, and MacKenna only had like cold-like symptoms, and we were like, they're saying that it's not a big deal that kids get it, because they're resilient and it's not really affecting them like adults. So moved on with our lives, and about a month later, mid-January, she developed what we thought was like the stomach flu. We took her to her pediatrician and they gave us Zofran for it. A couple days later, she had a rash on her hands and she was still vomiting, still high fever. And we called the pediatrician and they said, go get her labs done. And we weren't even home from getting her labs done when they called us and said, you need to get her to ED. Fairly quickly, they kind of let us know that they thought it was something called MISC, which is multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children. MISC is a immune system response after you've had COVID. Your body basically attacks your internal organs, thinks that it's COVID, trying to get rid of it. The next morning, her stats were all over the place. Her blood pressure was not stable. It crashed. Her oxygen rate was not right. And they said that they were moving her to ICU. Throughout the day, her condition kind of deteriorated. And they told us that they were going to transfer her to St. Louis. And they were going to airlift her, except for the weather was terrible. It was an ice storm, so we had to wait for a mobile ICU to come get her with a physician on it, just in case something happened. So luckily, it was the best place for her. And they were able to give her MacKenna, and really that was probably what saved her life, because the other medications were not getting her over the hump. So hearing the words, your daughter needs the next level of care and that she may have to go on a ventilator. It's crazy when you think your kid's 13 and they could die. I think you think it's never going to happen to you. I think you think, oh, my kid's healthy. We're healthy. And, it was something that she could have died from or have permanent heart damage from. And that's my message to people, is that you don't know how it's going to affect you. Just because you don't get sick doesn't mean that whoever else you're around won't get sick. If you don't get the vaccine, it's not just hurting you. It's hurting your family. It's hurting your kids. It's hurting your neighbors. So we are just hoping that she has a healthy school year, and hope that nobody brings COVID to school.